Well, hello, Miss Tina. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Gloria? I missed you.
I know I missed you too. I'm glad that we're doing this. So this is going to be kind of a remote Region Angels test episode. We may or may not share this, so we'll see how it goes. But we are live and being recorded. This is really cool software that I invested in quite a while ago because there's multiple shows that we could be doing. But yeah, this is cool because we can just do it from anywhere, right?
I love it. And you know what I thought? It's remote, and some of our region angels, we could visit them remotely, right? Which would
I
be kind of
love
cool.
that. Like we need to embrace your former journalism investigative reporter, that persona that you had many years ago, and bring that back to live in the region. We
Yeah,
could do all kinds of live remotes, but
yeah, would
yeah,
be a
so I
lot of
figured
fun.
we would just catch up today for
Yes, I
sure.
love it. Love
But
it.
so I'd like to talk about the guest you had on 2 weeks ago, last week, just to catch you up if you didn't
I
watch
did watch
last week's
it.
episode. You did.
I
Okay.
did.
So
Yes.
we are excited because the Lake County Corn Dogs are doing an event at the Hub, at the Great Lakes Sports Hub. And it's like a fan fest. It's the 15th. It's going to be like 5 to 8. And so people are just showing up. It's free. We are actually planning to run our go-karts, which we only do for
Oh,
special events, for private events, because it's super expensive to buy insurance.
mm.
So yeah, we're going to be doing go-karts. We're going to have some snacky snacks, some drinks from Off Square Brewing. They're coming in with their golden batter beer. Do you drink beer?
I don't.
Okay, fine.
But
I'd
I
rather
drink
have
wine and vodka in moderation. Everything in moderation.
Good
But
Boy
I'm
vodka.
open to
Good.
try good boy vodka. But I'm open to trying beer. I think with beer, I have too many um, negative thoughts from my college days.
Oh yeah, you
So I
can't
need
go back
good.
to that.
But that sounds like butter beer. Like, was that the Harry Potter thing?
It's that
No.
I don't know, but I would never compare what I drink today to what I was drinking in college because I went to IU for a short stint, and I remember penny beer night
Oh,
at
yeah.
I
The
forgot where it was
plastic
at IU, but
with a plastic solo cup, like the clear ones,
yes, the
like the
tiny ones,
tiny.
and
Yeah.
they used to yeah, I think it was God, I can't remember where it was, but it was penny beer, and we used to drink Little King's cream
Oh my
ale.
gosh, Little Kings, the little tiny bottles, and then you would save them all. Oh gosh. Oh, my kids.
Well, on penny beer night, they literally used those little white solo cups and then filled trays and then fed them all to the drunken college students. But yeah, I think they got rid of it because it was probably not safe, not smart, not safe. Certainly didn't make any money. But you can go for a dollar and have 100 Little Kings. Not a good. There's no good that comes out of that for any reason
No.
whatsoever. So
No.
anyway, back to the event. We're going to do little samples.
I love.
The golden batter beer is super cool because it's branded like Lake County Corn Dogs. It's made
Oh,
for them. It's super cute.
I would try that because even the name makes me want to try it. Gold.
Yes, golden batter, not like
Yeah. Now
batter,
this way batter,
but
golden batter.
yeah, but the whole thing is like the corn dog batter. Like that's the
Oh,
theme of it. So it's super
I love that.
well thought out.
So that
Yeah.
is May
May
15th,
15th. That is,
next
what day is that?
Thursday. That's next
Next
Thursday,
Thursday.
day before my
Yes,
birthday.
oh, well, happy
Thank you. Friday,
birthday.
May. Finally, my birthday's on a Friday.
So I don't know who's going to do the show next Friday. I was supposed to do it,
I'll do it.
but
He's
okay,
going to be
well,
here.
yeah. So next week's show is the guest that we were supposed to have on it, Ashton Verbish.
Yes.
He had some kind of terrible fall and he's got a bunch of broken bones. So I just
No.
talked to him and he's not going to be able to do it. So we're going to have to replace him as a guest. But anyway, yes. But what I thought we would do is just kind of catch up. So who did you have on before? Was that Ann Peters the
That
week
was Ann
before?
Peters with Pink Ribbon, which
Yeah.
I haven't been able to stop thinking on some of the statistics that she threw out with Lake County being the
I
highest
know.
rate of breast cancer. Like I'm feeling like what can we do? So I think that's the other piece is that we have these guests on the show and it can lead to awareness and then maybe start bridging out to think, okay, why do we have the highest rates? What are we missing? We're in the 2025, we have early detection, we have screening. What is happening in Lake County that we have the highest rates?
It was disturbing when I watched the episode, which by the way, I'm so grateful that you are a co-host with me. Like it brings me so much joy to see you doing the show by yourself. Because that was the goal. Like I never wanted to be the face of this permanently. I want it to grow, right? So I really think I just wanted you to know how grateful I am and how awesome you are. But yeah, I think even your background as an investigative reporter, for
Mm-hmm.
you to go out and follow up and get some more information and kind of report back in your own little segment would be really valuable, right?
Well,
To
and I
what we bring to the table with this show.
so in my nonprofit experience, we used to have volunteers who would go in the community, would go to high schools and try to help break that barrier to not to realize that breast ovarian, it's not just a hereditary disease. It doesn't discriminate, right? And so
Right.
trying to like educate and figure out what's going on and how can we reverse that trend. So it's got my fire lit to better
Yeah,
inform and not assume that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, right?
exactly. Yeah, it's really something. I'm going to pull up what's cool about doing this show in this format, and we can kind of sprinkle these in. I'm going to go to our YouTube channel and share it on screen. So what I love about this is you can share stuff on screen. So as we get more and more used to using the platform, you can feel free when you have guests to share whatever, maybe their website or whatever the case is. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share in our broadcast here. Give me a second. And yeah, so here it is. Share. Can you see it?
Yes.
All
I
right. So
see it.
for those that are going to watch this episode, go to our YouTube channel, please.
Yes.
We are at 115 subscribers. We have so long to go. I'm laughing because, I work for Google in my full-time job, right?
Yes. I don't
And
get it.
Google owns
Why is
YouTube.
this so hard? Please, people.
It's hard. It's hard. And
It is
people
hard.
ask me like, "Oh, I know you work for Google. Like, do you have any special?" No, I have to work hard like any other content creator. I am not a content creator, right? Like that's not my job and it's not even my hobby, but launching this channel, I wish we would have done it at the beginning of Speaking of Charity. So we would have had 69, 70 episodes from the old format. I am going to have Adriana from WGOB help us digitize the
Yes.
old
It's
episodes so we
great.
can put them in the
Yeah.
podcast. But yeah, let's just walk through this real quick. So if you go to our homepage, you can see all of the videos we've updated, any of our shorts, which we have a few, and we'll have to do little experiments on this. So that you can do some shorts from your phone. We've gone live. So that's another really cool feature. Our podcast is listed here. So if you go to the podcast tab and you open it up, you can see. Oh,
Have
now it's going to show.
the
It's
Does
showing.
it
We have
Can you hear it?
go-karts, Justin?
Yes.
I
Is
think
everything
we're
gonna?
Yeah, so we can actually bring it up and show people. But yeah, so you can see all the episodes here on the upper right. If you can see my cursor, all the podcast episodes are nicely formatted, and we go from 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, and we'll add this as the 75th. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show people how
So how do they
we're
subscribe?
building
What's the
this.
easiest way people can subscribe to our channel?
Well, it's just so easy. You just go to YouTube and you type in Region Angels in the search bar, and then you just subscribe, right? So this is the view from the back end. I don't know.
That easy.
Yeah, it's really that easy. There's a subscribe button. So we'll get better at this, right? And it will
Yes.
just it happen. We're just going to keep at it. Anything I've been reading is you just have to keep at it, and this should grow and grow and grow and grow. But it's not an easy button. It's going to take a lot of time, and yeah, it's all going to be about our titles are important. What we put in the show notes on, our website will be important. But yeah, it's all right there. So, Tina.
Gloria, really quick before I forget,
Yeah.
I am learning. So I posted on Instagram before that show with Anne to tease it.
Yeah.
And then I posted a picture with my eyes closed. I had so many views, but here's the funny thing. This is shows you I'm not tech savvy. Everyone's like, there's something wrong with my phone. I have no audio. I had so many comments for that, which was so funny.
Yes.
So it made
I
me
was one of them.
yeah, it made me realize like sometimes not being all together when you post something in the beginning, you get a little bit more views. So maybe we should do something like that with the YouTube channel.
A happy accident. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. Like,
so funny.
but I think people will appreciate like the learning curve that we're both on, right? Like
Yes,
it's
I
not
hope so.
easy and everything changes so fast that, I live in tech. It's my profession and every day I'm learning something new. So nobody is an expert in any of this, right? But okay. So
Yes,
here's the thing. I want to kind of come out with a little bit of information on what my real vision is for Region Angels. It's cute that we have this little show. It's cute that we have this podcast, but I want to go back and tell you where this all started, Tina, and hope that we can get some feedback and some support for what I'm trying to do. So back in 2017, I joined the Service League, right? And it was very obvious to me that a lot of the nonprofits that I've been exposed to, Service League being one of them, because they're a nonprofit and because a lot of times they're volunteer run, there's not a lot of technology that helps bring continuity from year to year. So one year you might have 20 members, the next year you're going to lose 5 members, and after that, like it's just very difficult to have a programmatic approach to doing things, right? So from the very beginning, one of the major issues I've seen with all the fundraising we try to do, like when it's time for our volunteers, whether it's at Service League or Meals on Wheels or anybody who's running an event, when it's time, did Greg just walk in the room?
yes, he
I
did.
did.
Get him on camera. Let's like
How are
Greg,
you?
little bit lower,
Little
little bit
lower.
lower. Yep. Okay, yeah. This is what we need for subscribers, right? Like
Yes,
his
yes,
handsome face. Forget
yes,
about
Oh,
us. We need
keep
yeah.
him. We can only
keep
see your mouth
flattering.
right now. You gotta lower down.
I
Lower,
can't.
little
I'm
lower,
kneeling as
Greg.
far as I can. It's kind of painful doing this, quite honestly.
You're gonna get a workout. But
There you
I
go.
but
gotta
yeah,
work out.
thank you
There
for
you go.
making an appearance. But yeah, so this would
You're
be great
welcome.
if you can pop in and out. We
Yeah.
appreciate you letting her use your office for this
Anytime. It's
show.
our office. Anytime she likes. But thank you.
So anyway, looking at how hard it is when we have our Taste of the Region event as an example,
Yes,
or Meals on Wheels has their big fundraiser, or Fairhaven has their big gala. Those volunteers have to go out to these businesses and solicit these silent auction items, right?
right,
It's all manual. There's nothing automated about it. It's hard work.
right,
On the flip side of the coin, I'm a business owner. I'm the recipient of multiple organizations always reaching out to our business for silent auctions, as are you.
right,
Also think about sponsors, right?
right.
So my vision from 2017 was to try to use technology to solve for this pain point. And so I've been thinking about how to operationalize this process of asking and business owners fulfilling them using technology, right? The good news is in the last 8 years since the original idea came into my head, I have been learning and technology has been getting better and better. And now that we have AI, I think the time is now.
Okay.
So I'm making an announcement on this show today.
And so, like,
That
I'm excited.
you're not the first person to hear this, but this is definitely the first public forum that I am taking. I am forming a nonprofit called the Region Angels.
Oh.
And part of our services will be to build this part of the project is to build this platform to connect nonprofits with businesses in a much more automated way. So that is one component of it. I'm not going to say too much more than that right now, but the announcement is I am moving forward with building this platform. And I'm using all the tools that I've been exposed to. And now with AI, we can expedite how this works. So imagine an app on your phone or a website that you go to where all the nonprofits are listed in Northwest Indiana.
Region, which we don't.
In the region. Right now. Like, yeah, the MVP, as we call it, an MVP in tech, it's not most valuable player. It's a minimum viable product. So our MVP is to create this prototype of this Northwest Indiana region little application where we could have all the businesses, all the nonprofits, almost have like a matching service, right?
Yes.
So a nonprofit will say, sign up. I have an event September 29th. I need silent auction items. And then the businesses will be listed on there. And a business will be able to opt in. I'm going to do the work of curating the businesses in this region. The businesses can claim their profile and opt in to have this automated request process. The real gold is once this silent auction item is donated, it's the nonprofit's responsibility to go back and say, like, this generated X in value. So if you donate, let's just say, a batting lesson from the Great Lakes Sports Hub, what did that actually raise in an auction? So now me as a business owner, I can see, my silent auction, because as a business owner, I have done over 700 silent auction items between my 5 businesses, right? Actually, it's probably more than that, but I quantify it. I guarantee most businesses do not quantify it. So I'm trying to be helpful in that piece too, helping businesses curate where all of their silent auction donations go, and then having that closed loop to say out of the 400 we did over the last X number of years, it's contributing X amount back to the community.
Yeah. No, that's well, and I think the other piece is, month by month, maybe certain businesses have the opportunity that they want to donate something, but they don't know even who to donate it. And I love that it's all in the region, because I think, unfortunately, there are some great organizations that are not tech savvy that probably have some amazing services, but they don't know how to do this. So if it's something as easy as downloading an app, that would be awesome. And I can tell you, for Service League, my thank you cards to the restaurants that participated, I've been waiting to hear how much we raised and who we're giving it to. So they know, like, by you being at our event, here's what we were able to do, versus then a standard thank you. You know what I mean? So
now, yes, and I love that. And think about that piece as part of this platform. So the grand vision of this platform, I'm just giving you one little use case. Yes. just solving for that pain point between businesses and nonprofits. That's the primary use case that we'll start with. But then think about the automation that can come with doing those thank you cards. If you are the nonprofit and you have a way to hit a button and say, generate all of these letters, and GiveSmart, by the way, does a great job of putting some functionality in for this, but this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the closed loop that I'm going for. In addition to that, the services that we can provide by having the nonprofit on this show, those are things that we as a new nonprofit will have, infrastructure to do in a more thoughtful, structured way versus just as volunteers. So my vision is to really create this nonprofit that provides these types of services to the nonprofits, but also to startups and anybody that needs to be connected with others in this area. And the prototype will be in the region, but I'm trying to build the application so that it can scale. So the next phase could be, Chicago, so that we can test a market that's really scalable. And when I share the business plan, which I have really, really some thorough blueprints on how it's going to work, you'll kind of see the next phase plan. But yes, so it's exciting, and you didn't
So,
even know that you were going to be a part of it.
no, I didn't. I just, I'm all about what's an unmet need, right? So in Northwest Indiana, which is growing, there are still so many unmet needs. Don't reinvent the wheel. This would absolutely, I'm blown away even this year at Service League on the application process. How many grants
Yes,
from organizations I've never heard of. And to be able to
right.
even give
Yes,
them a platform, because there's always something changing. So,
yes.
that you have the foresight is just amazing. So, whatever I can do to support, that. I was
Well,
born
I
in Gary,
just,
and this is where I live with my
I
family.
love it. I love it. Me too. Me too. And I think we can really make a big difference. And I do think, obviously, I have a very, very intense day job, and I really believe, like, because of the tools that we have in technology today, that I can get this done with the help of hiring a couple of people. So I will have to hire people. It's going to be a big investment on my part, but I have the plan now where I feel like it's viable. So I have recruited a legal advisor and
Okay.
my first board member for the actual nonprofit. And now I have to use that legal help to get the actual paperwork processed so that we can start to, get our own infrastructure for this nonprofit started. And so I'm really looking forward to next stage. So more to come on that.
That's
Just
exciting.
wanted
And
to kind of put that out there.
I did work in nonprofit. I was a
I
director of
know.
education nationally. I've had many hats.
I know.
So,
Yes. So we'll have to talk about
yeah,
how you want to be involved. And yes, it's going to be very interesting to see
it's
how
a different
this kind
world.
of evolves.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I'm very proud of myself that I kind of sucked you in under the premise of you're going to be a host on this little show. It's bigger than that. I
You
really
did,
do.
yes. You didn't suck me, and I was always here. There, I do
I know.
believe God puts us in certain situations. And I remember the first time I met you at the board meeting, and we took a selfie, or you took a selfie and sent to my brother.
Yes.
So
That's right. I forgot about that.
I pray every day. I'm like, whatever I'm meant to do, just put me down that path. And we're all meant for different missions, different services. And I love that you have found me to take you on this ride, or me on, what I mean. Sometimes I
Yes.
don't know
Yes.
if
Well,
we're
it's
the grace the best.
we have been blessed for sure. So yes, but I do want to manage expectations. Like I don't see that, like I'm going to have to go through a fundraising activity. I'm going to have to probably get some investors. I'm going to have to get some strategic advising on how to build this for scale. But from a prototype perspective, like my goal would be probably like 1 year from now, we're looking at a workable
Yeah.
type of application, a prototype, right? So that's when we say this MVP approach, what is the minimum viable product to actually show a prototype of this vision and kind of launch this? So yeah, there's a lot of different resources. So I'm kind of exploring all of those now. But I do think like being in AI for my job, which by the way, I don't know that you even know, but I just changed roles at work. So
I
I
know you
am,
changed, but I don't know what you changed to. Don't change as a person.
yes. Yeah. So I am completely working in AI now. So the AI division of Google Cloud is where I work.
Yeah.
So I'm really in an incredible opportunity to see things before they even come out
Wow.
and play with all the toys. And me as like a toy tinkerer, this is like the most exciting change. Like I can't believe I didn't just do this earlier, but something happened to me. I was at a conference where we were announcing all of our new AI infrastructure and models, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go into that division. And that's what I did. And I'm so blessed that I actually got the opportunity because I work with a bunch of geniuses. So I literally have
You
imposter
are a
syndrome
genius.
every day.
Huh?
No, like the people that I am exposed to, they're literal geniuses. Like, and so every day I do have imposter syndrome. Like, should I even be working here? But what thing I'm really good at is being a tinkerer, playing with our toys, and if I can apply what I'm doing in my real job to the nonprofit community, it's just like the holy grail. It's like all of my life's passions coming together right now, Tina. So I don't know if you can feel it, but I'm stoked.
I
Can you feel it?
I can feel it, and I truly believe again when you were in the other division, and now that there's a reason for all that, right? You have the
I agree.
ability, the knowledge, the passion. That's like one of the biggest things because you don't have to
Yes.
do any of this. There, no one.
Right. No,
This is
no.
that's what people don't. I takes a lot of work, and your passion makes an impact and is your driving force, and it's contagious. So that makes me want to do whatever I can to help you and like really get this
Well,
going.
I am super excited to get it going, and it's going to take a village. But again, I do want to temper our expectations on when, right? It's going to
Right.
be a long process,
Sure.
and I need a lot of people to help. So we're already at 28 minutes. I don't even know how that's possible. I feel like we need to probably do these remotes once in a while just so that we can get grounded on the why we're doing this.
Recaps,
So
group. Yeah.
yeah,
Have
yeah.
updates.
So yeah. So I'll let you take the stage from here and close the show. What do people need to do leaving this episode?
First of all, get on youtube.com
Yes. Yes.
and subscribe to Region Angels. It's that easy. Literally, everyone's on Google or whatever format to get on the internet. YouTube.com in the search bar, Region Angels. And not only like, I think people sometimes get confused, but also subscribe. So physically,
Subscribe.
you're not going to get inundated. This is something that you're just subscribing to our channel
Yeah.
because we're going to make a difference right in our backyard. But we do need the region to help us,
Yeah.
support us.
And when we become a nonprofit to help other nonprofits, we will be able to transition our account on YouTube to a nonprofit account, and that unlocks super secret special power. You know, like end cards at the end of videos on YouTube.
Yes,
When
yes.
you're a nonprofit, those end cards can actually route directly to somebody else's website. So let's say we're doing a show on the Pink Ribbon Society of Northwest Indiana. At the end of that show would be a card that somebody could click and go directly to a donate link. right? You can't do that today
No.
on YouTube if you're not a nonprofit. So there are some secret things that getting more subscribers will help. It's not just so that we get more subscribers. It's to unlock certain functionality. So that's why it's so important for people to subscribe. So with that said, yes, we'll be back next week. We'll have to kind of see who's going to take Ashton's place. Ashton, shout out. Hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better.
But yeah,
We'll get it.
yeah, sorry that you're dealing with that. But yeah, we will be back next week. And for everybody watching, it's just at Region Angels, or regionangels.com is our website. Definitely nominate anybody that you think should be on our show, and we will reconvene next week.
Okay. Bye.
All
Have a
right.
good
Until
weekend.
then, ciao.
Bye.